Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, have you ever tried to knit lace but felt a little intimidated? Today, let's conquer that fear and start your lace journey off with this simple eyelet lace pattern. So all you need to know is two basic stitches, your knit and purl stitch, and then we'll go over the decrease, I should say, in the pattern, which is the K2 together, and the yarn over, which creates the eyelets that are here. So this lace pattern is airy and it's delicate, and it makes for great light pieces such as baby blankets, scarves, cardigans, or shawls. So the tools that you'll need today to learn this pattern, I would suggest using a lighter color yarn so you'll see your stitches. I'm using the Premier Just Cotton yarn. I'm using 5mm needles. You'll need your scissors to cut your yarn at the end of your project, and you will need your darning needle to sew in your ends. So grab all those tools, whichever yarn you use is up to you. You could use a worsted weight, you could use a cotton, use whatever you have on hand to practice. Grab all your tools, come on back, and we'll get to learn this simple eyelet lace stitch. Okay, so to set up and to start off your project, what you'll need to do is cast on in multiples of 6 stitches plus 7. So I have a total of 12 stitches plus 7, so I have 19 stitches on my needle. Now I chose to do the long tail cast on for my practice project here, but you can choose whichever cast on you are comfortable with. So starting off on the right side of your work, what you'll do is on row 1, you're going to knit all your stitches. So just start off with your yarn in the back, and I'll meet you at the end of row 1 once you've knit all your stitches that you casted onto your needle. Okay, so you've knit all your stitches on row 1, so let's turn our work. You should be on the wrong side of your work. So on row 2, what you'll need to do is purl all your stitches. So purl all the stitches that you have on your needle, and I'll meet you at the end of row 2, getting ready for row 3. Okay, so you have all your purls done, so let's turn our work. We should be on row 3. So row 3 is where we get into those decreases with the K2 together. So let's do row 3, which is knit 3, and then you're going to start your repeat. You're going to do a yarn over, which I'll show you how to do, the K2 together, so that's knit 2 together, and then knit 4. You're going to do that repeat up until you get to your last 4 stitches. Then you're going to yarn over, knit 2 together, and knit 2. So let's do that together. Let me get some more yarn here. Okay, so let's start off with the yarn in the back. We're going to knit 3 together. 1, 2, and 3. Oops, 3. And now let's start our repeat. So to yarn over, all you're going to do is take your yarn and do exactly what it says. Go around and over. So that's a yarn over. So that creates a stitch. Okay. So you're going to yarn over, and then it tells you to knit 2 together. So that's going to decrease 1 stitch. All right. So knit these 2 stitches together, 1, 2. So go in underneath both of those stitches, like so. Knit those 2 together. Okay. So you increase 1 and you decrease 1. And now knit 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that is the repeat. So you do that repeat up until your last 4 stitches. So here's the repeat again. I'm going to yarn over the needle that's in my right hand. Okay, knit 2 together, 1, 2. We're going to go in under each of these and take your time so you don't split the yarn. Go in under both of those, knit those 2 together. Okay, and then knit 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you may need to keep going, depends on how many stitches you've put on your needle, but I'm at my last 4 stitches. So according to the pattern, what I do at my last 4 stitches is I'm going to yarn over again. I'm going to knit 2 together. Okay, and then I'm going to knit my last 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Okay, so that's how you do your yarn over and your knit 2 together. So you're ready to turn your work and get ready for row 4. So row 4 gives you a little bit of a break. You're going to purl all your stitches. So like I said in the intro, this is a great stitch to now get to learn lace and to also get to practice your knits, your purls, and now you learned a new skill with the yarn over and knit 2 together. But not to confuse things, just for row 4, all you're going to do is purl all your stitches. So I'll meet you at the beginning of row 5. So one thing I did want to add, as you're doing your purls, if you see this long string of yarn here, you have not made a mistake. This is where you've done your yarn over. So this is perfectly fine. You've not done anything wrong. Just go underneath and purl like normal and continue on with purling. So don't be afraid if you see that. It is all going to work itself out. It's just where you've done your yarn overs. All right, so let's get ready to do row 5. But before we do row 5, if you like this kind of content, if you need a knitting or crochet buddy, or you're just a visual learner and you like these type of videos where things are step by step and you're talk through your patterns, consider liking the video, and I would love to have you subscribe so that you could be a part of the family that we have created over here. And once you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified when new stitch patterns come out. So let's turn our work to row number 5. That's going to be on the right side of the work. And now you're going to start to see the eyelets forming. Let me open this up a little bit. This is where you've done your yarn overs. So these, I don't want to use the word holes, but that's, pretty much what the eyelets are. If you see this in your work, you've done everything correctly. That's how it's supposed to look. So let's go to row number 5. You should be on the right side of your work. And all you're going to do for row 5 is you're going to knit all your stitches. So I'll see you at the beginning of row 6. All right, so let's turn our work and get ready for row 6. So what you need to do for row 6, you should be on the wrong side of your work. You're going to purl all your stitches. So I will see you at the end of the row and get ready to be ready for row number 7. All right, so we turned our work. We should be on the right side of your work. So we are going to do a knit 3, and then we're going to start our repeat, knit 3, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit 1, and that's going to be your repeat. You're going to do that repeat up until your last 4 stitches, and then you're going to knit 4. So Put the yarn in the back. Let's get that started. We're going to knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we're going to start our repeat, which is knit 3. Oops. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to get some more practice with our yarn over. So again, just to redo that, we're going to yarn over your needle in your right hand. Okay, and then you're going to knit 2 together. So your next 2, 1, 2, we're going to go under both of those like so. You should be under 2 stitches, and then knit those 2 together. So you see how I split the yarn? So you do not want to do that. So all you have to do is just don't keep going with that. Just pull the needle out and start again. So go under the 2 and then knit the 2. So you get a nice clean stitch there. Okay, and then knit 1. Okay. So we need to do that repeat again because we're not at our last 4 stitches. So we're going to knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We're going to yarn over again. So just right over, yarn over on your right hand needle. Then you're going to knit 2 together. 1, 2. Make sure not to split the yarn. Go slowly if you have to. Like so. Under 2. Knit 2 together. And then knit 1. Okay. Now you keep doing that repeat up until your last 4 stitches. So that's where I am now. And then all I have to do is knit your last 4 that are on the left hand needle. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So now you're really starting to see the pattern. So let's turn our work to the wrong side and let's do our last row, which is row 8. Okay, so for our last row, it's a nice easy row. You get a little break and you can finish off really easily. Your last row is going to be row 8, which is on the wrong side of your work. You're going to purl all your stitches. So we'll do that. And then you'll just go right on to row number 1 and start the pattern all over again. So let's do that. And then I'll come back just for a quick recap. Okay, so there you have it. That's all you have to do for the Simple Eyelet Lace. It's a easy breezy stitch. You could just do it while you watch a TV because it's pretty much repetitive once you memorize the pattern. It's only 8 rows. You could just sit and just go all the way up and make yourself a nice spring scarf or a baby blanket. I'll show you the bigger swatch here. You could just do a garter border on the edges here, and then that could be a blanket. You obviously would have to make it a little wider. So the sky is the limit, and it's a super easy pattern. So now you have officially conquered your fear of doing lace, and you could just keep going into more intricate lace patterns. So I hope this video served you well. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next tutorial. Happy knitting!